This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 12648 Califia Street, Valley Village, California, 91607. Today is December 19th, 2024. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 3-inch cast iron waste line. Okay, we went ahead and, as I mentioned, going to run a waste and sewer line inspection through a 3-inch cast iron waste line cleanout located on the right-hand side of the house, just towards the rear gate. This goes towards the rear of our property. This goes towards the front of our property. And again, this is our 3-inch cast iron cleanout. So we're just going to zero out here at the edge of the cleanout. We're just going to push in and again attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer. We're going to push out slowly. The line does appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. They did mention that they had the line hydrojetted and cleaned out. So again, we're just going to go ahead and pause our mic here, and again, we'll just attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer. So again, as we push out, we did transition from what appears to be cast iron waste line to what appears to be black ABS sewer pipe. We're going to push in slowly, and we're just going to push in a little bit and see if we can possibly see an opening. Do have some root intrusion in that joint there. And again, as we push out, it does appear that we transition to what appears to be vitreous clay. So again, we did transition to vitreous clay sewer piping, and again what we'll do is we'll just continue to push out and attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer. And then from there we'll pull back and we'll take a good look on the way back, as well as we'll locate the area where we make our transition. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here. It appears we had a tie-in there. And as we push out, we pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. So again, we're going to pause here for a moment, and we're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. We did mark it with an orange dot of paint in the middle of the street at approximately 10 feet deep. And again, we'll pull back slowly, take a good look at our saddle. You can see we got a little bit offset there, a little concrete pour, but nothing major. Again, we'll continue to pull back. We'll continue to pull back. We do have a little residual water there running. We do have other inspectors in the house that are running water, so we're just going to pull back slowly so we can take a good look at the joints as we pull back. And as we pull back, you can see we have a large root intrusion, and that's right around the curb area. We do have a large tree in the parkway, so that area there, you can see there's a very large root intrusion coming through that joint. You can see the joint there. I'm pushing just a little bit. You can see the joint there is broken, so we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to mark this area. Okay, again, we went ahead and marked this area with an orange dot of paint at approximately 6 foot 5 inches deep. This is right at the curb, just in the swale, right at the edge of the street. You can see that large root penetration, and again, a break at the bottom of the vitreous clay. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back. And we'll take a look at our joints. That joint appeared to be in fair condition. And got a little offset in that joint there, but nothing major. And as we pull back, continue to pull back slowly. It does appear to it we're making a transition from our property line to our lateral transition there. And pull back slowly. Those joints appear to be in fair condition. We're going to push back in just a little bit. So again, we did mark the break at the front of the property. We marked it in the curb area with an orange dot of paint right next to the curb in the swale at approximately 6 foot 5 inches deep. And again, we continue to pull back. The joints thus far pulling back appear to be in fair condition. We made a little turn here. We're going to push back in. We're going to mark this tie-in. It does appear that we do have some sort of a tie-in in this area, a little bit of root intrusion coming in at the top. You can see appears to be a little water. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here and we're going to run some water through the house. We're going to flush a few toilets on the left-hand side of the house, and then we'll flush a toilet on the right-hand side of the house so we can see what's coming in through this area. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we are running water throughout the house. We did flush the water at the left-hand side, and we're flushing water, and we flushed and ran some water in the primary as well. And everything appears to be coming in from behind us. So again, that area there could possibly be our test T or Y fitting lane on its side. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. Again, we got a little root intrusion coming in that joint. You can see in that joint there, we do have another crack in that joint as well. You can see coming around from about 12 o'clock, you see a little small root penetration as well as a crack. So again, a little bit of offset. We're going to continue to pull back. And we'll get to our next joint, take a good look at our next joint. And that joint there got a little bit of offset, but nothing major. And we'll pull back. And again, that joint appeared to be in fair condition. And you can see that joint there, another little bit of offset in that joint there from about the 9 o'clock going up to about the 12 o'clock. But again, we'll continue to pull back. And again, you can see a little bit of offset in that joint as well. But again, nothing major. And that joint there, we do have another offset in that joint from about the 6 o'clock going up to about the 12 o'clock area. Again, that joint there appears a little minor offset in that joint as well. We'll continue to pull back. We'll push back in just a little bit. And as you can see in this joint here, you can just past the joint in the middle here, you can see we'll pull back just a little bit. You can see there's a crack, full diameter crack in that joint as well. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And again, a little crack in that joint behind you can see a crack behind the joint as well in that joint. We'll make a little bit of a turn. We'll pull back slowly. And that, again, that does appear to be a tie-in, another tie-in or something in this area. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we're going to push in just a little bit. We did mark this area here. As you can see, we did have what appeared to be a tie-in, but we did run water from the kitchen and as well as the bathroom on the left-hand side of the house, and everything appeared to be passing through behind us. So again, it could possibly be a wide fitting lane on its side. Again, you can see another large offset in that joint there from about the 9 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 6 o'clock area. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. Just try to take a good look at our joints as we're pulling back. Again, that joint appeared to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And push in just a little bit. And it just appears that you do have a fairly offset in that joint there from about the 3 o'clock going all the way up and around about 9 o'clock. You can see a little bit of water holding in that area. Got a short with that offset catching in. You can see another large offset in that joint as well from about the 12 o'clock going up and around to about the 3 o'clock. And again, we're just going to pull back slowly. And again, you can see the swirl marks in the line. And again, that's a good indication that the line was hydrojetted. So again, just continue to pull back. And again, another offset in those joints. Vitreous clay sewer piping has various offsets from large to small offsets throughout the vitreous clay, as well as some cracks. And again, we did have a breakout in the swale. We'll make a little bit of a turn and another root intrusion in this area. We're going to push back in a little bit more, and we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we are on the left-hand side of the house. We're just making a little bit of a turn. We did mark it with a red flag in that area. It's on the concrete. I just laid a red flag there. We transition back into cast iron wasteline. That's where we make our transition from cast iron wasteline to vitreous clay sewer piping. Well, the cast iron wasteline thus far appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition. Again, the cast iron wasteline was hydrojetted, but again, the hydrojetting and the camera is only inspecting the line, basically the pathway. So where the camera, is allowing us to go to in the transitions of the line, we're not picking up the tie-ins coming in from the kitchen and the other tie-ins coming from any other fixtures. This is just the main cast iron wasteline under the house. So again, it does appear to be free and clear. So again, we'll continue to pull back. We're going to come up, we'll turn and come up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.